प्रेम से बोली जगन्नाथ माता की जय सीताराम, जय श्री कृष्ण, जय माता दी. Devotees, welcome. Welcome once again. Tonight our 7th session of our NauvRatri Yagya has to do with Raaatri. And we want to start early because I don't want Panditji to cut his katha short. And once again, to join us and to deliver the katha tonight is no one but Pandit Persad from Florida. He's here with us again and carry out until the end of NauvRatri period this year. So thank you all very much. You are in for a very nice session again tonight. So God bless you all. Sit, enjoy, sing, participate in satsang, clap hands when it's necessary. Just enjoy the session. Prem se Shri Vyas Maharaj ki jai.
जय जय सीताराम सबको नमस्ते सत श्री अकाल जय गुरुदत्ता ओम साई राम स्वागतम very pleasant welcome to each and every one of you. Let us begin this evening by putting our hands together and giving Pandit Jagji a lovely round of applause for 3 wonderful nights of katha over the past 3 sessions. Panditji, thank you very much. Koti dhanyavad. While the final havan is still being performed, let us do some dhyanam before we begin our session this evening. I'd like to welcome all of our online virtual audience from all across the world, North and South America, East Africa, Europe, as far east as Mauritius and as far west as Hawaii. Swagatam, welcome to you all tonight. And also we want to welcome Bhakti TV, broadcasting on Tigo. We are live on Bhakti TV, broadcasting out of Trinidad. Pandit Satyanand Maharaj ji, my dear brother, thank you for carrying this broadcast and spreading Satya, Sanatan and Vedic Dharma wherever this broadcast can be heard tonight. And once again, Swagatam, welcome to each and every one of you this evening as we prepare ourselves to receive and to sing, to chant the glories of Bhavani Shankar Ma. Let's go into Jaikars. If we sit upright for a few minutes, we take a deep breath. Gently close your eyes and bow your heads. Relax. We speak to the Divine Mother this evening just as you would your biological mother. Ma. Jagadambe Bhavani Shankar Ma, Mother of this universe, O Ma. We as your children on this 7th night of NauvRatri, 7 of 9 nights, we have come before you this evening as one family, united. As we pour our hearts out with love, devotion, dedication to you, Ma. All we ask for is your blessings, your mahima, your protection. Ma. As we have connected that yellow ribbon we spoke about a few nights ago to you, it's still connected, Ma. Continue to generate that energy, that love. Let it flow through that ribbon directly to our hearts. Let that energy replenish, uplift, energize, rejuvenate, bring calm and peace, purify our minds, our bodies and souls. Ma. If we have hurt anyone by our words or actions or even just thoughts, we ask for thy forgiveness, Ma. But sit in our hearts as the controller and show us the way, lead us the way on the path of righteousness, so that we may speak very sweet words that are encapsulated and filled with love. That we may only see what is pure, what is true, and what is honest. Ma, may our actions be aligned with our teachings that you have left for us, or you have shown us. And may we all attain moksha, salvation, at the end of this journey here on earth. Prem se bolo Jagadambe Mata ki jai. Let us pray. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Sri Ganeshaya Namaha, Sri Saraswati Namaha, Sri Guru Charana Kamale Yo Namo Namaha. Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. We call now the Divine Mother of the Universe. Sarva Mangala Mangalye Shive Sarvartha Sadhike Sharanye Trambake Gauri Narayani Namostute. To the feet of Bhagwan Shiva, Karpura Gaura Karunavataram Samsara Saram Bhujagetraharam सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि। पवन पुत्र हनुमान जी अतुलित बलधामं एव शैलावदेहं तनुजवन कृशानो ज्ञानिनामग्रगण्यं सकल गुणनिधानं वानराणामधीशं रघुपति प्रिय भक्तं वाग्जातं नमामि। भगवान श्री कृष्ण वसुदेव सुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानमस्य धर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम्। परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतं धर्मसंस्थापनार्थाय सम्भवामि युगे युगे। हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम। प्रेम से बोलो मां के वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। If you would remain in that same seated posture, we turn now to the shloka taken from Goswami Tulsidas Ji's composition of Sri Ramcharita chapter 1, shloka number 1, Mangalashtaka, a beautiful prayer glorifying Mother Vani, the goddess of speech, Mother Saraswati, the goddess of knowledge, and of course Lord Ganesha, Prathama Pujye, and the sage Valmiki, the original author of Ramayana. Let us all chant now the words of Goswami Tulsidas Ji, Mangalashtaka. Varnanam artha sanghana rasanam chandasamapi mangalanam cha kartaro vande vani vinayako bhavani shankaro vande श्रद्धा विश्वास रूपिणो याभ्यां विना न पश्यन्ति सिद्धाः स्वान्तस्थम् ईश्वरम् वन्दे बोधमयमेकं गुरुं शङ्कररूपिणो यामाश्रितो हि वक्रोऽपि चन्द्रः सर्वत वन्दके सीताराम गुणग्राम पुण्यारण्यवृवारिणो वन्दे विशुद्ध विज्ञानो कवीश्वर कपीश्वरो। प्रेम से बोलो भगवान रामचंद्र की जय। My dear brothers and sisters, those of us here at beautiful Devi Mandir, those of you joining us remotely, wherever you are in the world tonight, let us take this minute tonight. I'm going to ask all of the musicians to pause. We go into 1 minute of utmost silence. And here's the reasons why. Here are the reasons why. One, we cleanse our minds, our bodies, and on our soul. Just drop your shoulders, breathe, and purify your mind. Blank your minds of everything prior to coming to Mandir this evening. And focus on the energy, the Shakti of Shakti Devi Ma. Secondly, let us take a few seconds to pay tribute to all of our ancestors and all those who have gone to the beyond. Tonight, present with us are the mother and sister of our late Didi, Srimati Sintra Ram Persad. Their presence this evening means a lot to me because I was communicating with this family up until the point that she passed just a few weeks ago. In our prayers this evening, tribute to our ancestors. Let us bring that image of Sindra Devi as well. And ask Bhagavan Shri Krishna, wherever that soul may be, may hers and all the others who have left us, may those souls be nourished by our love, by our devotion. Ram Nam Satya Hai Om Sadgati. Let us go to 1 minute of Dhyana, please. प्रेम से बोलो बाकी वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय. As we begin this evening, every night, NauvRatri and all of our satsangs, we give praise and thanks to Bhagwan Shri Ganesha. This beautiful bhajan says, and I'd like to ask all of you tonight, clap your hands, sing to the top of your voices. Nothing else matters in this world tonight except the fact that we are blessed to sit in front of the beautiful forms of Bhagwan, and of course, the Divine Mother this evening. Victory to Lord Ganeshji, the leader of the Ganas. Your form is indeed a source of tremendous happiness, O Ganapati. You have a splendid and unique beauty with your 4 arms and your forehead decorated with sindoor. With the mouse as your vehicle, you are the protector of the world. Enshrining your beautiful form in my mind, success will definitely come. Your name removes the darkness of the mind and causes happiness to flow. Instead, puja begins only after revering you. Prem se bolo Gajanan Swami ki jai. Let us all sing. Samukascha ekdantascha kapilo gajkarna kaha लंबोधरश्च विकटो विघ्ननाजो गणाधिपः धूम्रकेतुर्गणाध्यक्ष भालचन्द्रो गजाननम् एकांशुपकर्मो वेदस्कन्दवज्र पूर्णवज्र. जय जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक जय गणपति वंदन हरि बोल. जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक. तेरी छवि अति सुंदर सुखदायक, तेरी छवि अति सुंदर सुखदायक. जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक जय. मन मंदिर का दियारा तेरे नाम से हो जियारा तेरे नाम की जोत जली तो मन में भक्ति सुख जाए तेरे सुमिरन हर पूजन में तेरी सुमिरन हर पूजन में सबसे पहले फलदायक जय गणपति नाम को जिसने गाया उस पद रहती सुख छाया मेरे रोम रोम अंतर में एक तेरा रूप समाया तेरी महिमा तू ही जाने तेरी महिमा तू ही जाने शिव पार्वती के बालक जय गणपति गणपति अभियत सुंदर सुखदायक तेरी अभियत सुंदर सुखदायक जय गणपति जय गणपति मोरिया मोरिया better than that. Prem se bolo Gajanan Swami ki. That's more like it. Feel the energy. Experience the energy. Live the energy. And use the energy to purify our minds, our bodies and souls. This is NauvRatri. As we go now to the feet of our Guru, wherever our Gurus are, they have gone to the beyond. Or if they are alive tonight, not present here with us, I'd like you to bow subliminally to their feet. Tonight, I'm very honored to bow to my Gurus, my parents, my beloved mother, Srimati Ms. Grace Prasadji, and to my beloved father, Sriman Pandit Teacher Tulsi Prasadji, who today celebrates his 83rd birthday. He's busy performing rituals at the moment. So my spiritual guru as well, the late Sri Pandit Persad. And to all of you here tonight, I ask all of you, bring your guru's image, your parents' image, to the center of your forehead now, as you bow to them. Outpouring of emotions, vibrations, expressions of even tears. Yes, tears will wash the feet of the Guru. Tears of love. If you recall Mother's instructions to Sri Ram, the Devi Bhavani Shankarman, she says, O Ram, in your incarnation as Rama, speaking to Lord Vishnu, that is, chant your Guru mantra before any battle. You shall be victorious. Even when he went to lift the bow of Lord Shiva in that Swayamvar to win the hand of Mother Sita in marriage, the Guru mantra was chanted before he lifted that bow like a piece of paper. O Lord, today we are blinded by the darkness of ignorance. O Lord, grant us the light of wisdom so that we may follow the correct path. We are lost within the sorrows of darkness and ignorance. Lead us through your reassuring rays of every step of our life. We are your children and we seek your grace and compassion. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Sing with me. Aaj andheri mein hai hum insaan. Hari bol. ज्ञान का सूरज चमका दे भगवान. हरि बोल. Once again, Swagatam tonight. Welcome to all of our Pandits tonight. Pandit Jaggo Sai ji, Pandit Rangi ji, Pandit Giresh ji, Pandit Prakash ji, other Pandits joining us this evening. Mothers, fathers, Gurus, Reverend Panditas and Pandits, members of the Board of Directors at Devi Mandir, brothers and sisters, cousins, nieces, nephews, friends, relatives, godchildren, my dear grandchildren, and of course children. Tonight we are very fortunate on the 7th night of NauvRatri to be assembled here at Devi Mandir. I'd like again to welcome all of the viewers and listeners on Bhakti TV tonight and those joining us on the Devi Mandir social media pages as well as Pandit Neil's social media pages. And as we begin, in the Devi Bhagavatam, Lord Shiva asked the Divine Mother, "O Jagadambe, you are so easily accessible to your devotees. It's very difficult to understand that approach. Being the personification of the totality of powers of the gods." I repeat, personification of the totality of the powers of the gods. She has all the powers of the gods because she is the creatrix. She's naturally a little bit difficult to approach or to know how to approach. However, being the Divine Mother of the universe, she's the absolute personification of tender love. Just look at her beautiful face. Tender love, that is what she's all about. Two flowers we spoke about the other night that fell from her head while we were performing satsang. Lord Shiva now asks, "Ma, tell us an easy way to accomplish success in all undertakings in this age of Kali." And then she said to him, "Shambhu, Lord, I shall reveal the prayer to the mother which enables all to attain success in all undertakings." And this mantra, as we spoke about the other night, was given by Lord Narayan, Lord Vishnu himself. It has Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, Mahasaraswati as its deities for the propitiation. Tonight, I ask all of you, make sure that ribbon that we talked about is connected, the virtual ribbon, to the feet of the mother. Connect it to your hearts. As you sit upright once again, I want you to gently close your eyes or just focus on the eyes of the Devi. It is the Divine Mother who will spread the veil of illusion over the hearts of even of the wisest men. O Mother Durga, you rob us of all fear when we contemplate on you. The most powerful mantra from the Durga Saptashloki, 7 shlokas from the Devi Mahatmyam. Prem Sibala Namaschandikaye Deo Namaha. Om Jnani Namapi Chetansi Devi Bhagavati Sa Bala Krishya Mohaya Mahaprayakshati. Om Asya Shri Durga Saptashloki Stotra Mahamantrasya Narayana Rishi Anustupa Adini Chandamasi Shri Mahakali Mahalakshmi Mahasarasvatyo Devata Shri Jagatamba Priti Ardhapataye Vinyogaha Jnani-nam-api chetamsi Devi Bhagavati Sa Bala-rakrishya mohaya Mahamaya prayajjati Durge smrata harasi bhitim-asi sajanto Swasthai smrata matim mativata subham dadasi Daridya dukha bhaya harini ka tvadanya Sarvopakara karanaya sada archinta. Everyone knows this one. Sarvamangala mangalye Shive sarvata sadhike Sharanye trambake gauri Narayani namostute Sharanagata dinartha Paritranaya parayane Sarvasyararti Hare Devi Narayani Namostute Sarvaswarupa Sarveshe Sarvashakti Samanvite Bhai Bhas Traino Devi Durge Devi Namostute Roganasi Sanapahamsi Tusta Rustata Kamanam Sakalam Abhishtam Tvam ashritanam na vipam narayanam Tvam arshitaha ashriyatam prayanti Sarva abhadha prashananam Trailokasya khileshwari Evam evat tavya karyam Ashmay bari vinashanam Iti Shri Saptashloki Durga Stotram Sampurnam. Prem se bolo Jagadambe Mata ki Jai. NauvRatri, 9 nights dedicated to the feet of Jagadambe Ma. We worship her in 9 different forms tonight. As we sing her praises in the Nav Durga Raksha Mantra Stotram. The chorus very beautifully. Om Nav Durga Namaha. Om Jagajanani Namaha. Om Nav Durga Namaha. Om Jagajanani Namaha. Devotees, clap your hands. Sing to the top of your voice. Sing with love tonight. Come on. Come on.
Putri Maiya Rasha Karo, Om Jagajanani Devi Rasha Karo. Om Brahmacharini Maiya Rasha Karo, Om Avatarini Devi Rasha Karo.
Beautiful round of applause for all the musicians and the Devi Mandir Kirtan group tonight. Wonderful indeed. The power, the energy, the Shakti of Bhavani Shankar Mata as we experience this evening. Once again, Shubh NauvRatri to each and everyone. 9 nights dedicated, of course, to Jagat Janani Adi Shakti Bhavani Shankar Mata. Salutations to the Divine Mother, who exists in all beings and forms, intelligence, mercy, and beauty. O sweet Mother, the consort of Lord Shiva. O Mother Parvati, you are Lakshmi, thou art Saraswati, Kali, and of course the Kundalini Shakti. You are all the forms and all objects. You are the sole refuge of all, and you have been enchanted this entire world. How can we praise Thee? The glory is indescribable, the splendor is ineffable. Protect us, Mother, guide us, O the Divine Mother of this universe. Tonight, We glorify her once again as we welcome her in the form tonight, the first of 3 nights, dedicated to Saraswati Devi Mandir.
या कुंदेन्दु तुषार हार धवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या शेषपद्मासना या ब्रह्मादुशङ्कर प्रभुतिभिः देवै सदा वन्दिता सरस्वती भगवती निशेष जार्यापहा.
Those of you from Trinidad will remember perhaps the late Pandit Nirmal Maharaj Ji, one of his favorite bhajans.
Jai 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 Shri Saraswati Mata. Jai Jai Shri Saraswati Mata. Ati sundara. Jai Jai Shri Saraswati Mata.
Devi Mata ki Jai. On this 7th night of NauvRatri, according to Devi Bhagavad Mahapurana, she's worshipped as Devi Kalaratri. Tonight, we give praises to that form of Ma as Kalaratri Mata. We chant now from the Holy Scriptures. We sit upright once again. Om Namaschandikayebhyo Namah. Ekaveni Japa Karnapura Nata Harastita Gita Lambhosti Karnika Karni Tailabhyat Sharirini Vama Padola Sallo Halata Kantaka Bhusana Vardhanamudadvaja Krishna Kalaratri Bhayankari Prem se bolo Shri Kalaratri Mata ki Jai. What is the meaning of the word, the name Kal? What does Kal mean? Anyone? Kal? Black. Not K-A-R-L. Kal. Kal, time, black, yes. Ratri, night. Mata Kalaratri, her form, naked, except for the ornaments on her large hairs. Her lips, they hang open, lamba astuhi, according to the mantra, and her body is covered in oil, tail. She sits on a donkey. And what is this? What is the significance of Ma sitting on a donkey? Selfless. She's selfless. And this is, when we look at the pictures, you know, some British, and I have nothing against Great Britain, but they have translated our scriptures from Sanskrit into English and have done us a great injustice. If you look at the dictionary, Webster's dictionary perhaps, you will see she's termed as one who is naked and rides on a donkey. Now, an average child, an average youngster, reading that description, what do you think the first thing appears in the mind of that child? Something to laugh about because she's riding on a donkey. She's naked, a sight, no devotees. The fact that she's naked means she has discarded anything that's materialistic. Nothing else in this world matters to her. And she rides on a donkey with simplicity, selflessness, showing us the way to reach to the feet of the goddess in her form, selflessness. She has a single braid of hair, and we pray for her to destroy the darkness in our minds. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. She holds an iron cinta in her upper left hand and a lightning bolt in the left hand. Her other hands, they grant blessings to her devotees. It is the unfolding of time, Kalaratri, to the time on the clock that keeps ticking away and moving us forward as we get older and older, closer to our time of death. It is a heavy crushing energy that makes even the greatest ones submit to her. Kalaratri could be translated as the dark night goddess. Fear is relative to thought forms that we have in our minds and how we relate to them. There are many small fears, but the fear of death is one of the largest, most frightful of them all. No need to raise your hands tonight, but I want to ask you a question. How many of you in this audience tonight are afraid of death? Don't need to raise your hands. How many are afraid of death? All right. We're going to deal with that perhaps tomorrow night. Kalaratri is also the night, the dark unknown that allows our mind to fill itself with fears. You know, when the mind is inactive, in other words, it's not focused, like we are focused tonight, or like Hanuman was focused, all sorts of nonsense comes into our minds. So I wonder about this, how would this look, how would this feel? We focus our minds during these 9 nights of NauvRatri, Kalaratri. This form of the divine God is bringing us closer now to the feet of Mataji. Removal of this darkness and awakening of this intellect. Tonight, a beautiful bhajan given to us by Guruji, Professor H.S. Adesh. Many of you know him. He used to reside here before passing away. It is called the Saraswati Vandana. It is a prayer. And very powerful. It says, "Oh Saraswati Mata, give me the boon of that new awakening. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. Oh Ma Sharda, whose vehicle is the swan." We will deal with that tonight. Oh goddess of speech, the prayer of the Veda, the prayer of the Veena, grant me the boon of limitless knowledge of literature and music. She's the goddess of music as well. Oh Saraswati Ma, may Maya not overpower my mind. What are the 9 negative qualities? That Maya, that false pride. Grant me the boon of all ignorance to be removed from my mind. Oh Saraswati Mata, grant me the boon that my desires and my thoughts be selfless. Oh Ma, prem se bolo Saraswati Devi Mata ki jai. This, you all know it? Rupakta. मुझको नवल उठान दो माँ सरस्वती वरदान दो मुझको नवल उठान दो माँ सरस्वती वरदान दो माँ शारदे अनसासिनी वागीश वीणा सरज्ञान दो माँ सरस्वती वरदान दो मुझको नवल उठान दो माँ सरस्वती वरदान दो माया मुझे ना हर सके मनमोह में ना हंस सके कर दूर सब अज्ञान दो माँ सरस्वती वरदान दो मुझको नवल उठान दो माँ सरस्वती वरदान दो निष्काम हो मन कामना मेरी सफल हो साधना नवरत्न नयन वेदान दो माँ सरस्वती वरदान दो मुझको नवल उठान दो माँ सरस्वती वरदान दो वो सत्य जीवन सारथी तेरी करुणी आरती समृद्धि सुख सन्मान दो माँ सरस्वती वरदान दो मुझको नवल उठान दो माँ सरस्वती वरदान दो मन बुद्धि हृदय पवित्र हो मेरा महान चरित्र हो विद्या विनय वेदान दो माँ सरस्वती वरदान दो मुझको नवल उठान दो माँ सरस्वती वरदान दो 100 वर्ष तक जीते रहे सुख अमिया हम पीते रहे चरण में सम्मान दो माँ सरस्वती वरदान दो मुझको नवल उठान दो माँ सरस्वती वरदान दो यहाँ वर्ष भी परिवार हो सबके लिए सम प्यार हो आदेश लक्ष्य मान दो माँ सरस्वती वरदान दो मुझको नवल उठान दो माँ सरस्वती वरदान दो माँ सरस्वती वरदान दो माँ सरस्वती वरदान दो प्रेम से बोलो आदिशक्ति सरस्वती माता महारानी की जय जय. And for those of us here, those of us perhaps remotely who attended the classes conducted by the BVS, Bharatiya Vidya Sansthan in Trinidad, many years ago. They still go on. I believe there are classes here as well. All created, all formed by this great soul, the late Professor H.S. Adesh. Ram Naam Satya Hai. We ask Bhagwan to bless that beautiful soul of Guruji. Devi Bhagavatam tells us devotees, knowledge should be imparted skillfully and artistically to the matter of playing a veena. Has anyone played the guitar, or can anyone play the guitar except Suresh in the audience? If you ever picked up a guitar, harmonium and pianos and stuff, at least you can pick a note. But if you don't know what you're doing on a guitar, you can cut your fingers. Happened to me. So to that veena, that instrument. It is an instrument of knowledge. There are very few veena players in this world. However, Saraswati Mata, just by her holding that veena, there's so much significance in those strings, in that instrument. And she holds it, if you look at her murti, from left to right, from your left to right, my right to left. And what is the meaning of that angle of the veena? Because it just feels comfortable? No. You see, the strings of the veena, she's saying to us, my child, to get from Ganeshpur or from Durga Mata to that Swadhisthana Chakra, where that lotus opens up, when you and your Lord become one, you have to climb the steps. You have to be disciplined to play the veena, to create that sound, to generate that sound, that na. So that you will end up now here. And what is the goal? Where the veena ends here, where that gourd is? That is moksha. This is what Master is demonstrating to us tonight. We chanted the beautiful mantra earlier on. Veena dhare vipul mangal danashile bhaktarthi nashani viranchi harish vande kirti prade akhil manorath de mahare vidya pradayani saraswati naumi nityam. I pay obeisance to thee, O Ma Saraswati, who plays the veena and creates music that permeates the entire world. Thou art the bestower of auspiciousness and good fortune, and the remover of all sufferings and afflictions of devotees, I repeat. Thou art the bestower of all auspiciousness, and the remover of the sufferings of all your devotees. Thou art even revered by Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. Thou art the one who grants all wishes and showers knowledge. O the giver of knowledge, I beseech you to bless and protect me at all times. What is the vehicle of Saraswati Mata? What does she ride? The swan. Banaji spoke about the swan a few nights ago. A swan is said to have a very sensitive beak. There are two holes on the side of the beak. The swan itself is gifted that enables it to distinguish pure milk from a mixture of milk and water. It can separate it. A swan, therefore, a vehicle, symbolizes the power of discrimination, not the power of judgment. You and I are not equipped to judge anyone. The judges are here. When we judge others, we formulate an interpretation in our minds. And what does that do for us? Maha, Pap and Punya. We create sin by judging others or prejudging a situation. The judges are here. We must learn using the power of discrimination to respect all. That power of discrimination that Mother teaches us is to determine what is right and what is wrong. And as we spoke about this on the very first night, last Friday, when the Divine Mother sits in our hearts, she's like that traffic cop, that director. This is right, this is wrong, go here, don't go there. And if we obey her, we have something called, you probably heard this traditionally or colloquially, something called the sixth sense. Or better yet, in Trinidad we say, well, my mind tell my don't tell my don't. You ever had this happen to you? When there's an inclination that something is wrong or something bad is about to happen, or don't go, check your sense. Maybe there's something subliminally trying to warn you. Many times, devotees, I'm very prompt. I'm a very prompt person. Thanks to my father. My father scolded me about being prompt as a pandit. He said, if it's the last thing you do, you never be late. Leave half an hour earlier. But sometimes, because of traffic, because of the weather and so forth, you run a few minutes late. If you speed, you're going to get a ticket, especially here in Toronto. If you speed and the weather is bad, maybe you get into an accident, God forbid. God is trying to tell you something. Hey, I am keeping you back. I am making you late for a reason. That is the power of discrimination. Don't fight what is the eminent. If you're going to be half an hour late, not make an excuse, but you have a good reason for being half an hour late. Don't fight it, devotees. The swan, that power of discrimination, it also symbolizes that one must acquire and apply knowledge, the knowledge of discrimination for the good of mankind, not for the bad of mankind. Always do good, the good of mankind. I could sit here and preach all day about doing good. You yourself will know, as Mahatma Gandhi had the 3 mountains which are still there in New Delhi. Hear no evil, see no evil, and speak no evil. Devotees, knowledge that is dominated by ego, one of the 9 negative qualities, we will burn and destroy during these 9 nights of NauvRatri, can also destroy the world. I repeat, knowledge that is dominated by ego can destroy the world. If you look back at what happened over the last 60 days in Eastern Europe, ego. The significance of our arrival, Panchami, Basant Panchami, the 5th day of the bright fortnight of the lunar month of Magh. Devotees, divine love is the most precious thing in this world. I repeat, divine love is the most precious thing in this world. There's nothing better, there's nothing more precious than divine love. No amount of extolling the virtues will exhaust its greatness. You can preach and you can sing and you can glorify, you can read the scriptures over and over and over. It will never be exhausted. There's a plethora of divine nectar that's ready, like a bee, ready to extract it from the Divine Mother. Devotees, her Gayatri mantra, it says Om. May we know the Guru, who teaches discernment from the eternal and the ephemeral. May we meditate on the one who is the Supreme Guru. May that Guru illuminate our path and enlighten us. Tamaso Mahajo Tirgamaya. We chant, we sit upright again. I know I keep asking you to sit upright, but there's a reason we explained a few nights ago. Receive the energy now. In Saraswati Devi Mandir, you look at her murti. Om Hamsa Hamsaya Vidmahi Paramahamsaya Dhimahi Tanno Hamsa Prachodaya. Iti Shri Saraswati Devi Mata Maharani ki Jai. Now from the Saraswati Gayatri, we go to the Gayatri mantra itself. Gayatri speaks of the world of Bhur, Bhuvaha and Swaha. Bhur signifies the body. Bhuvaha, life, and Swaha stands for constant integrated awareness. It is this awareness that will help us to establish who am I? Who am I? My count who? And as the Bollywood lyric will go, we'll just sing one line of it. My count who? Right, that's it. My count. Come back for the monetization, we'll see the rest of it. The entire universe is under the control of God. Make no mistake, she controls the entire universe. And God is governed by truth. What is truth? Satyam. Noble souls are the guardians of truth. Always, not try, always speak the truth. Satyambara Dharmachara. Once you are on that path of truth, Dharma will protect you. Devotees always stand for the truth. Sometimes the truth is painful, it hurts, you may create enemies because of the truth. But at the end of the day, as they say, when the pages have been opened and read, the truth will stand for you. Remember this. You know, people undertake various spiritual practices to attain divinity. One may be evil-minded. We spoke about Ravan a few nights ago. Yet with the blessings of the elders and the company of noble souls, one can easily get rid of all evil tendencies and develop virtues. The life of Ratnakaran. Who was Ratnakaran? What was his other name? Valmiki ji. The life of Ratnakaran, a highway robber, it bears ample testimony to this. His life was transformed as he came into contact with the Saptarishis, the 7 sages, and he gave up his evil ways and unwaveringly followed their teachings to ultimately become one of the greatest sages of all our times and gave us one of the most beautiful priceless scriptures called the Sri Valmiki Ramayana. And he set an ideal to mankind to compose this great epic, the Ramayana. Prahalad, the son of the demon king Hiranyakashipu, constantly contemplated on Lord Narayana as he chanted his name tonight. Let us chant the name of Lord Narayana like Prahalad did. Narayana, Narayana, oh. 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 Om Satguru Deva. Praise the Lord. Come on. As a result of Prahaladji's chanting of this name of Narayana, Lord Vishnu, he had the same divine effulgence of Lord Narayana himself. Likewise, The great writer Charles Darwin, he resembled his master Henslow in all respects, as he continuously thought of him and followed his teachings. Similarly, our ancient sages and saints always contemplated on God constantly. Narad Muniji, Narayana, 24/7, 365. And they always adhered to the teachings of the great sages or the gurus. And as a consequence, their face radiated divine brilliance. Their faces radiated divine brilliance. I ask and I appeal to all of you tonight, over these past 7 nights of NauvRatri, remove any sort of darkness, remove any sort of negativity, put a beautiful smile onto your beautiful faces, all of you. We are all beautiful children of God. Smile. And when you smile, the world smiles back at you. The great legendary singer, Bob Marley. What was one of his mottos? Do you remember? Don't worry about a thing. You know the rest? Come on. Because every little thing's going to be alright. Devotees, Mataji tells us, why worry? Why fear when I am here? Why fear when I am here? Then if we are not to fear when she's here, if we believe in that motto, if you don't have anything to worry about because Mata has got your back, why not smile? Why frown and show the world that, oh my God, I have to go to work today. I got to go to school. Smile. Because Mother loves us unconditionally. Lord Krishna says the same thing in the Bhagavad Gita. What does he say? Mamai vamsho jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatanaha. The eternal Atma of all being is part of my body, meaning all of us are part and parcel of the divine Bhagavan Shri Krishna. He said to Arjuna, my divine effulgence that shines forth in all. You see, God is all pervasive, devotees. All pervasive. Then we ask the question, if God is all pervasive, and God exists in every single one of us, why is there hatred in this world? Why are we ready to pull down a brother or sister from the time they take a step? Or may have achieved something in their lives that they worked very hard for. Whether it's scholastic, whether it's in music, spiritual, politics, we are ready to pull them down. Why not uplift them so that we too in the process will become uplifted? And leave the negativities out. Burn it. As we burn the coconuts, burn it and destroy it. Jai Mata Di. Bhagavan says, my devotees, some recite the Bhagavad Gita day in and day out, but they fail to practice its fundamental teachings and principles. He is present in all the elements, devotees. Make no mistake, she is present in all the elements. And is the form of radiance. And when God is ever present within, then why does man suffer? I ask you this question tonight. When God is present within all of us, then why do we suffer? Why? But in Giresh, why do we suffer? He's smiling. Because? Yes. Karma. Negative actions, negative qualities. Because we're all ready to pull each other down, not uplift, not energize, not empower. The word empower, very strong word. If you cannot say something that is good or to help somebody else, then why pull them down? Why go behind their back and say something negative? You know how much paap and punya, how much negative karma that you are accumulating by doing that? Say nothing, man. Just zip it up. Say nothing. My brothers and sisters, some people say, that they're facing hardships and they're leading a miserable life. It's quite foolish to say so. You see, God, the indweller, has absolutely no sorrows and worries. Mata does not give us, I repeat this, Mataji does not know or to give us what's called pain. We say, God given me pain, God given me suffering, God gave me hardship. No. That is because of our doing, our karma. The only thing that Bhagavan knows, and Mataji knows, the most powerful four-letter in this world, which is L-O-V-E. That's all she knows. If we are all of her creations, you think she will punish us? It is because of our own doings, our own karmas. When we are born, you've heard this from me before, when we are born with something called a virtual bank account. A virtual bank account. This bank account is different to the ones that we have on TV and what you have here, Be Mobile and all these other. Bank of Montreal, so not Be Mobile. I think in Trinidad and or whatever, Scotia Bank and all the banks, right? This bank, you see what you're doing here tonight? You're in satsang. You're making deposits into that bank. When you help those that are needy, the less fortunate, the poor, you're making deposits into that bank. When you uplift and you uphold your brother, your sister, children, the homeless, you're making additions to that bank. But the minute you start doing this thing called judgment and pulling people down, you're making huge withdrawals in that account. And you see, the day that we leave this earth, this body, we have to negate what's in that account. Hopefully there's a huge positive balance if you have negative karma to weigh out of the balance of the karma. But if that account is overdrawn, guess what? You come back over and over. 8,400,000 times to do this whole series again. Brothers and sisters, God is the indweller in each one of us. Make no mistake, she is with us. And there's nothing called sorrow or worries. She's the embodiment of supreme bliss. And it is not a sign of foolishness to think that you are haunted by misery when God is installed in the altar of your hearts. If God is with you, there should be nothing called misery. God says, Mother says, I am present in you. You are but a spark of my divinity, she says. Such being the case, how can one be affected by difficulty and sorrows? When you inquire along these lines, I quote tonight from Bhagwan Sri Sai Baba, he says, you'll realize that all of the demonic and bestial tendencies in you is your responsibility. You are responsible for this. You brought this on yourself. And you see this thing called jealousy? It's a very big factor that plays into the bestial qualities. Pandijag drives a brand new 2023 Mercedes-Benz. I have a Kia. My God, I want to be like him. What is he doing? How come he's driving a Benz? I want one too. Jealousy, devotees. When you inquire on these lines now, you'll also realize that we, human beings, are responsible for these negativities. You will not be able to experience the truth unless you give it up, you give up all these evil qualities. And this is what we do during the NauvRatri. Though God is present within man, man behaves as if he's under the influence of a demon. You look at some of the behavior of some of our world leaders today. Case in point. And if we all realize that we have this spark of divinity, nothing like evil spirits can control us. God says, Mother says, she resides in our heart. The heart is a single seat, and there's room for only one. So, Mataji should be seated in our hearts, nobody else. Today, man is failing to comprehend that he is the aspect of divinity. We are all divine souls, but he's unaware of the fact that God is within and deludes him as though there's no one to care for him. Brothers and sisters, everyone is endowed with a heart that is divine and full by nature, full of compassion. We all have this gift called compassion. We all know this thing called compassion. You see, such a person cannot be called a spark of divinity, who without compassion is a demon. One of our great scriptures, one writer says, if one without love, or one who doesn't understand love, is a lifeless corpse. The assertion in Bhagavad Gita again, it doesn't apply in such case. You see, there's a spark of divinity in the heart of everyone. It is because Brahma, delusion, man is unable to really understand the divine natures. When we become deluded, it creates evil feelings in our minds, in our heart and our mind. And they are the sheer imagination and have nothing to do with divinity. God is present in the heart of one and all, make no mistake. So when we point fingers, right? Remember they say the three fingers pointed back at you. When you're pointing fingers and you're criticizing or you're accusing or you're blaming, in fact what you're doing, you're blaming a child of God. She does not take a particular form and is not confined to a particular place. I've been doing these tours to India, and a couple of years ago, a devotee asked us, "Babs, when next you go to India, take me now. I want to go closer to God." God only resides in India. My Indian brothers and sisters, please forgive me. God is right here. Yes, there are beautiful ashrams, there are beautiful charodham, all these wonderful holy sites in India. But God is right here. See God, see Ram, see God in every single one. He is present in our hearts, devotees. She is present in our hearts. The scriptures tells us, Sarvatah pani padam tat sarvat bhokshi siro mukham sarvata sruti maloge Sarvamam Rudhyatishtati Bhagi Vindraman Bihari Lal Ki Jai. With hands, with feet, with eyes, with heads, with the mouth and the ears pervading in everything, she permeates the entire universe. Such effulgent divine principles itself is called the Atma. Bhagavan Shri Krishna has asserted that this Atma is part of his own aspects. There cannot be any defects or imperfections in such a divine principle. Whatever defects or think you see are purely a result of our own imagination. Devotees, Mataji is the embodiment of all virtues. Hence, we too, she's telling us tonight, to live that life full of virtue, live a virtuous life. Evil propensities and impediments will come to us once we follow the spiritual path. There are many impediments. And for starters, man should distance himself from all of these evil actions and undertake good deeds. What we are doing tonight, and those of you joining us remotely as well, we are undertaking good deeds. We are performing good karmas. Only then we will have the right to call ourselves human beings. This human life is highly sacred, make no mistake. Human life is highly sacred. Do not waste it, I beg you. Do not waste it. Let us be guided by the very profound teachings of our very powerful scriptures, especially Srimad Devi Bhagavad Mahapurana. Tonight, we glorify Saraswati Devi Mata as we sing her praises again. The goddess of knowledge, the goddess of wisdom, the goddess of music. Salutations to her. Let's blend our voices to glorify her with this next beautiful bhajan. Before we go into the bhajan, a little message for those of us. I say those of us because some of us are still in learning mode, going to school, attending classes and so forth. Before you begin your day at school, say to the children as well, to the youths, always call upon her. And especially before you go into an examination, memorize this mantra. Ya kundetu dusharaha vidhavala ya shupravastamrita Ya veena vardhanna mandita ya shweta paramasana Ya brahmat shankar prabhutibim devai sada vandita Saman patu saraswati bhagavati nishesha jayavaha. Memorize the mantra, chant the mantra, close your eyes for a minute, and then begin your examination or your day at school. Also, I have said this many times, write on your note paper, you can erase it with a pencil. Write Om. Then make 3 semicircles going upwards on the top of the lip of the Om with a dot. And when you look at it from the side, you will see Lord Ganesha. Once he is with you, present with you, your path forward, he removes all the obstacles. By the way, you must study before you go to the exam. Don't just write it in and try to take it. It doesn't. I tried it, it didn't work. Alright? Prem se bolo Jagadambe Bhavani Shankar Mata ki Jai. Victory to you, Mother Saraswati. Jai, 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 Mata Saraswati. You are the bestower on the blessings of happiness. You sit in Paramasana position on the swan with a book and you play the veena. You are the upholder of knowledge. You are the Durga, you also call Kali. You are Mother Parvati, O Ma. You are the support of this world and the source of all knowledge. Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, they all sing your praises, O Ma. Source of knowledge. Grant to be this bliss and happiness. Jai 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 Mata Saraswati Jai Shubhadayini Vardayini Jai Shubhadayini Vardayini Jai 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 Mata
पद्मासन माता हंसवारी पद्मासन माता वीणा पुस्तक हारिणी शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी जय 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 माता सरस्वती जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी तू ही दुर्गा तू ही काली तू ही दुर्गा तू ही काली तू ही माता पार्वती तू ही माता पार्वती सकल जगत के पालन करनी सकल जगत के पालन करनी विद्या मूर्ति जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी जय 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 माता सरस्वती जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश शेष सब ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश शेष सब तेरी ही गुण गान रे तेरी ही गुण गान रे हम सब का कल्याण करो माँ हम सब का कल्याण करो माँ विद्या मूर्ति जय 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 माता सरस्वती जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी हंसवारी पद्मासन माता हंसवारी पद्मासन माता वीणा पुस्तक हारिणी जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी जय 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 माता सरस्वती जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी प्रेम समुदाय शक्ति देवी सरस्वती माता की जय We quote from our scriptures once again. Bhaki Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai. Satsangatve nisangatvam nisangatve nimohatvam nirmohatve nischal tattvam nischal tattve jeevan muktam. Good company always leads to detachment. Good company always leads to detachment. And detachment will make us free from this thing called delusion. And freedom from delusion leads us to the steadiness of mind. As we have a steady mind tonight, focused on the Devi, steadiness of mind will confer unto us liberation, moksha, the goal of life. When we speak about the significance of NauvRatri, in particular Devi Saraswati Ma, you know, people worship the goddess Durga, Lakshmi, and Saraswati. Throughout these 9 days, Durga is the embodiment of all powers. Make no mistake, she is the creatrix. Saraswati is the presiding deity of speech and wisdom, music, knowledge, the arts. And speaking of speech and wisdom, perhaps one of the most powerful mantras given to mankind is which one? Gayatri Mantra. The Gayatri Mantra begins with Om Bhur Bhuvaha Swaha. Listen carefully to pronunciation. Om Bhur Bhuvaha Swaha. Bhu means materialization. It represents matter which is subject to change. Bhuvaha represents the principle of life, the vibration of life. Goddess Savitri is the presiding deity of the life principle. And you must have heard the story of Savitri Devi. I may have covered it with you before. Savitri Devi was able to restore her dead husband back to life with the power of devotion and surrender. Do you know of anybody in this world who could restore somebody back to life from death? Is there anybody in this world? Why? Because of the lack of devotion and the lack of surrender. Saraswati is worshipped as Jnana Devi, since she confers good intellect and wisdom. And this act is described in our Vedas as Prajnanam Brahma. Prajnanam Brahma. Prajnanam does not only mean worldly knowledge or book knowledge, as we say. It is constantly integrated with awareness. And awareness becomes changeless. It's eternal. The Divine Mother, she has three names: Gayatri, Savitri, and Saraswati. Gayantam Trayate iti Gayatri. Gayatri protects those who sing her glory. Gayatri, being the presiding deity of our senses, she helps us to master these senses. Is there anybody in the audience who doesn't really need to master the senses? The senses are good. If that's the case, if they are good, then we can sit here and not be distracted for 1 minute. Or when we are seated in a puja room at home and we are concentrating, the only thing that matters is the idol or the deity or the picture or that vision of Bhavani Shankar Mata or the divine goddess that's in front of us. It helps us to master the senses, the Gayatri Mantra. And this is why I employ all of you tonight. Install the Gayatri Mantra. If you haven't done so or you don't do it yet, at least 9 times, 11 times or 21 times in your morning routine of prayer, dedication, devotion, and also in the afternoon. And if you have time at lunchtime, you can do it 3 times daily. Swami recommends this. But chant it correctly, with the correct pronunciation. There are many versions of the Gayatri out there, but if it's not chanted properly, I'll give you an example. Om Bhura Bhuvaha Swaha Tat Savitur Varinyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo what? Naha, not na. Dhiyo Yo means to give me. And if you say Dhiyo Yo na, don't give me anything. Make sure you chant it correctly. The word is naha. Correct, Panji? Dhiyo Yo naha. Prachodaya. Be very careful. Growing up in the Caribbean, we were taught incorrectly. I must say this, and I beg the forgiveness of our Gurus. Do not say Dhiyo Yo naha. Dhiyo Yo naha. Prachodaya. Devotees. Savitri, being the presiding deity of life, the life principle, protects our lives. Saraswati bestows upon us that changeless and the eternal wisdom that we so desire. Gayatri, Savitri and Saraswati are present in every man. But we are not able sometimes to understand and experience the presence. I'll give you a good example. Many years ago I used to teach a music class. And some people would come up to me and say, Panaji, I don't know how to sing. God never gave me this gift to sing, I don't know if I could ever sing. I said, no, come to class, come, we'll teach you. And within, as you know, those of you who have taken music classes, within 2 months, 3 months, they're belting on bhajans, as we say. Everyone has this blessing of Saraswati Devi Ma installed in us. Some rise to becoming phenomenal musicians and singers. It takes practice, it takes schooling, it takes training, it takes a guru to instill that in you. that knowledge. I can tell you, I've been there. Brothers and sisters, it is the awakening of that Shakti, the awakening of the divine light. And what is that awakening? Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. Remove the darkness and distill that knowledge, that light. Whether it's music, whether it's Purohit, Pandit work, scriptures, delivering scriptures, whether it's a mechanic, a computer engineer, a scientist, instill that knowledge. When we develop these good habits, we will be able to transform ourselves. We asked the question, as you just referred to Devi Savitri, how could she revive her dead husband when that Atma perhaps was already left? You see, she was able to transform the celestial vibrations, which are eminent, they're eminent here. The celestial vibrations into her divine vibration by contemplating on God incessantly. And that led to the resurrection of her husband. You see, when you develop divine feelings, nothing is impossible for you to achieve. I repeat tonight. Take this lesson tonight from tonight's Katha. When you develop divine feelings, nothing is impossible for you to achieve. Tonight, we go before our divine mother. Shweta Paramasana, Oma, Saraswati. Remove any ignorance that is around us. The sound, the vibration of your melodious veena. Ma, we touch your feet tonight. We seek your blessings. The saints of the righteous ones understand and know you are the language of the Vedas. You're the voice of the Puranas, O Ma. Oh, you're the only one who understands us, O Mother. Give us a privilege to sit at your feet. You are clothed in white, the lotus flower. We sing tonight. We call her, Hey Sharadema. You all know the bhajan very well, but Ji will put it up for us someday. Overhead. Let me hear all of you. Look at the beautiful murti of Devi Mandir. Sing to her. And she will smile at you, I guarantee you. Come on. वेदों की भाषा पुराणों की वाणी हम भी तो समझे हम भी तो जाने विद्या का हमको अधिकार दे माँ प्रेम से बुलानी शक्ति देवी भवानी शंकर माता की Can you feel her love? Her energy? Removing anything that's dark from our lives. Tamaso Mahajo Dirgamaya. Devotees, I repeat tonight. Any mighty task can be accomplished through pure love, selfless love, pure and selfless love. Mark these words. Any mighty task can be accomplished through pure and selfish love. Sorry, did I say selfish? You all pay attention? Selfless love. Selfless. Think of some examples tonight of selfless love, your selfless love. What have you done in society for mankind? Or for a neighbor, for a friend, for relatives? Didn't want anything in return, didn't look for anything in return. That love develops divine power in us. And there's nothing that love cannot conquer in this world. Mark these words down tonight. There's nothing that love cannot conquer in this world. Nothing. And not the selfish kind of selfless love. Sages performed tapasya, penance in a dense forest, infested with wild animals and reptiles. They didn't possess any sort of guns or ammunition or knives or swords or anything. No. Devotees. The weapon that protected them was their intense love for Bhagwan. Our scriptures teach us this. They tamed the wild beasts with the powers of love and transformed them into docile beings. Think about this. Many people today in this world, they do not even speak to their neighbors much more their friends or relatives or close relatives. What sort of love is that? Must be a selfish form of love. You see, our character gets transformed into good and bad based on the company that we keep. We're all in good company. I can guarantee you. When you're in company with the queen, there's no question. Brothers and sisters, our speech and our conduct are always based on our feelings. And we deserve to be called a human being when we develop these good feelings in our hearts. A form alone, this body, does not constitute a human being. You know, we have some human beings are like corpses. Corpses, I should say. A true human being is one who embodies good habits. Helps ever, hurts never. Remember this. Swami says to help ever, hurt never. Always lend a helping hand. And you should merely not be what's called a akaramanava, human informant. No. You should become an acharaman, human in practice. Practice what we preach. practice our beliefs of scriptures. Speak good, see good, do good, and be good. Simple formula. And divinity will automatically manifest in you when our conduct is good. Shweta, like the white color of Mother Saraswati. Her color is white. Shweta. And again, God is not somewhere in a distant land. He's right here, every single one of us. We just need to recognize Him. He's very much in you, with you, around you, above you, guarding you, protecting you. Mataji does. As we summarize tonight, we continue to develop these divine feelings and listen to the divine voice from within. That's the sixth sense we spoke about. That's the divine voice speaking to us. And the human body can be compared to that musical instrument, the veena of the divine Devi. We can only enjoy the divine melody when that instrument is tuned. If the tabla or the dhola or the guitar or the keyboard is not tuned, it will not sound right. It will not sound right. That tuning of the mind, the tuning of the senses is what makes that veena sweet sounding. So you can climb from the Mooladhara chakra all the way up to the Sahasrara chakra as Mataji holds that veena in that direction, in an upward direction. On the other hand, profane feelings will give rise to what's called discontent notes. Hence, we let our thoughts, our words, and our actions suffuse with sacred feelings. And the motto is, do not hurt others. Do not hurt. Help ever, hurt never. Para upkaraya punyaya papaya para pidanam. One attains merit by serving others and commits sin by hurting them. Hence, the Vedas teach us, help ever, hurt never. And finally tonight, shun bad company. Shun bad company. Let them go like a Teflon pan. And seek good company. We perform righteous deeds day and night. And discriminate between what's permanent and what is ephemeral. A great writer, Lisa Gore, once said, you may not always see the results of your kindness. I can attest to that. You may not always see the results of your kindness. But every bit of positive energy you contribute to the world, it will make it a better place for us all. So contribute positive energy. Tonight when you will leave this institution called Devi Mandir, I'd like to ask all of you to think about something that you learned tonight in Katha, something that resonates with you. And if during the course of the day, maybe the course of the days after this Yagya, you were to encounter someone who is in dire need of some upliftment, some spiritual enlightenment, someone feeling down and out, someone ready just to give up on life, quote them from something that you have learned, devotees. That is how you empower, that is how you uplift. There's a saying in Trinidad, some people live like crab in a barrel. You all heard this? When one crab is trying to climb out or move up in life, everyone else is trying to pull that person down. Do not practice that. That's not good. That is against, it opposes everything that we have learned in Katha tonight. Baba says, the one said to Sai Baba, start every single day with love. Start every day with love. Fill every day with love. Live every day with love. And finally, end every day with love. And Pandit Neil says, love, when divided, multiplies exponentially. You all know this very well. Emanate this thing called love. Tonight we close with the 5 Ds. 5 Ds according to Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba. Master these 5 Ds and receive God's love. The first one, remember these words, there's an exam tomorrow. Dedication. Dedication means offering your heart to God, to Mata. Devotion. Devotion is the highest form of love. I repeat, devotion is the highest form of love. And third, discipline. Strictly follow discipline in daily life. The fourth, discrimination is essential for everyone to survive. Discrimination, to know what is right and what is wrong. And the fifth one, everything can be achieved with firm determination and persistence. This universe itself is a university which every single human being is a student. We are all students in this university called the universe. and every student pursues one subject and tries to master it and obtain a degree. Every one of us will choose a path that we like and master that path. But whatever different subjects that we may study, there's one thing that's common to all students and all subjects. One common pursuit and one goal, and that is to obtain the degree of divine love. To obtain the degree of divine love. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. Prem se bolo Jagadambe Bhavani Shankar Mata ki Jai. Tonight, as we do this final bhajan, let me make an appeal to all of you, and those of you online as well, you can participate. As you have been coming to Devi Mandir, we have been utilizing this mandir for many years. And one of the means where the pandits and everyone will communicate here is through our sound system. I believe the sound system, and somebody keep me honest, is perhaps beyond 25 years old. Is that correct? And we, the musicians and the pandits, sometimes have to pay a very high price because of the quality of the sound system. And I want you to give our sound engineer, Sabrina ji and Akash, a lovely round of applause, because despite all of the challenges, you are still able to hear us. Those of you online are able to hear us and hear us well. But the sound system is ailing. It is time for a new one. And I would like to commend the Devi Mandir Kirtan group, because you all started this drive in our holy Mela to raise funds to buy or to purchase to replace the sound system. Tonight, I would like to pledge $108 as a form of donation towards the purchase of a new sound system. And I want to employ all of you tonight, all of you here, and those of you online. Let us start this campaign now to replace this sound system. I'm not sure what the new one costs, but I'm sure it's up there in the thousands. So if you can tonight, please give. Yes? Oh, okay, I thought you raised your hand. Okay, all right. Please give generously, and let us make this a reality. Tonight, Babs, can you go to the Hanuman Jayanti slide, please? I want to make a special effort to all of you. If you haven't yet, these are pictures of our Hanuman Jayanti celebration back in 2019. And as you see, we are going to prepare this prayer hall on the 16th, Saturday, 16th of April, so that we can perform 108 babies Hanuman Puja to all the Pandits and all of you wonderful devotees. There is a minor cost to avert some of the expenses incurred, and we'd like to ask you, if you haven't done so already, please see Uncle Buddy or any of the members of the Mandir tonight. Please sign up, get your spot, get your Bedi all secured for this beautiful 108 Bedi Puja. It will start at 9 o'clock, perhaps? 9 to 12. We'll have Shri Hanumanji Puja, we'll do all the offerings, we'll chant 11 Shri Hanuman Chalisas, offer prasadam and so forth. We'll do havan, and then we'll proceed outside where we'll burn 108 dried coconuts as we did the last time. Then we'll come back up, and then I believe we'll have continuous Shri Hanumanji Chalisa chanting all the way until 7, and then from 7 to 9 we'll have Ramayana Katha. I'll be joining you for that day. Looking forward to seeing all of you here. Please, if you haven't done so, please sign up. And then on the next one. This is I can't see the date. 7, right? 7th of May, Saturday 7th of May, we will have a beautiful Mother's Day fundraiser right downstairs in the auditorium. Myself, Pandit Neil Persad, and Shanti, Jakri, and a few others will be there with the Devi Mandir Kirtan group. We will be doing a wonderful fundraiser, Mother's Day program. Please come out in your large numbers, get your tickets and support this cause. And with that, let us perform this and perform. We will sing this last bhajan for you. Babs, you have a copy of this? Devi Saraswati. Last. That's fine. Tumbi, please, man. We'll do Tumbi. This beautiful bhajan has been closed tonight. Oh, Mother Divine, who art compassionate, please hearken to my prayer. Show us your mercy along the path and bestow upon us liberation, O Durgama. Please reveal yourself to us and fulfill the desires of the heart. This is what I ask of you, O Ma. What can I proclaim as mine and yours? Why do thoughts of separation govern our minds? Kindle the lamp of the world so that it will shine resplendently. And incidentally, devotees, as we speak of knowledge, we speak of education, and we glorify Saraswati Devi Ma tonight. Panditji has advised me that the Malvikas class will resume on Sunday, May the 1st. Mark these dates down. Sunday, May the 1st. Right here, Devi Mandir from 10:30 to 11. Devi Mandir, Malvikas begins 10:30 to 11 on Sunday, May 1st. Please mark the date down. Let us see. Darshan ho सबकी अभिलाषा है मन में रहो तुम सबसे तुमसे ही आशा है That's why we need a new song system. क्या मेरा क्या उसका ये अपना पराया क्या सब ज्योति जला करके रोशन करो जग सारा रोशन करो जग सारा तुम विनती सुनो सबकी Sing with me, come on. कल्याण करो जग का सदरा भटका करके उद्धार करो दुनिया उद्धार करो दुनिया तुम विनती सुनो सबकी ki Jai Ambe. Jai Jagadambe. Let's try that again. Ambe. Jai Jagadambe. Ambe. Jai Jagadambe. May the blessings of the Divine Mother be upon one and all. Devotees, there were many questions over the past few days about the correct day for celebration of Sri Durga Ashtami. And after checking the Patras and with the Pandits, the very learned Pandits at Devi Mandir, tomorrow is the correct night because the Tithi finishes at 4:30, about 4:30 in the morning on Saturday. Therefore, Saturday night is not proper. But anyways, it can. We are in the period of NauvRatri. We are not judging. We are here to educate and to eradicate this thing called darkness. So tomorrow night we'll perform the Ashtami Puja. We'll have the Nauv Kanya Puja. And while that puja is going on for approximately 90 minutes or so, we'll have beautiful bhajans. So please come prepared and to sing. We'll have continuous bhajans. Perhaps we can get a list going so that there's no downtime in between bhajans, since we are live on TV. So every minute counts, so to speak. And certainly join us on Saturday night for the final night, and we'll have Purnahoti at the end outside. So we'll burn 108 coconuts again. We'll explain the symbolism of that. And of course, Sunday morning from 10 a.m. till noon for Sri Ram Navami. Do join us for these celebrations. I look forward to seeing all of you. Bring your friends, your relatives, and certainly thank you all for coming. Thank you all for coming for the past 7 sessions. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow night. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Let us sit upright one more time as we praise and thanks. कथा विसर्जन होतु है, सुनो वीर हनुमान, रामा लक्ष्मण जानकी सदा करो कल्याण। एक घर यादो धरी आदो में पुरियान, तुलसी संघट सारी घटे भूत अपराध। श्रोता सबया सुन गए, शंभु गए कैलाश। रामायण मम हृदय महा आन करहु तुम पास। परमं पवित्रं बाबा विभूतिं, परमं विचित्रं लीला विभूतिं। परमात्मैका मोक्ष प्रदातं, पावादिभूतिम् इदमाश्रयामि। परमं पवित्रं पावादिभूतिं, परमं विचित्रं लीलाविभूतिम्। प्रेम से बोलो जगदम्बे भवानी शंकर माता की जय। Devotees, before Pandit takes the microphone, let me again acknowledge the presence of the relatives, the mother, Mataji and Didi of Sintra Didi, or Didi who left us just a few weeks ago. We say Ram Nam Satya hai. We offer our prayers, we offer salutations. We certainly ask Bhagavan Shri Krishna to guide and protect her soul wherever she may be. That absence, that void that has been left by her absence now, by her transmigration to beyond, we hope and pray that you will fill tonight by the love and the devotion emanating from all of the devotees tonight. To you and your family again, our deepest condolences. Om Satkati. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Prem Shri Jagadambe Mata ki, Vyas Maharaj ki. Devotees, put your hands together to give Vyas here a big hand of applause for a very inspirational katha this evening. And in fact, I don't have any announcements to make, except one little one. Tonight's service was sponsored by a group of ladies of Devi Mandir, very dedicated. They don't want me to call names, so let us thank them very much for sponsoring tonight's service. God bless them. And if you want to be like that, take one of those. Take one of those seats, those berries there that they're showing there. I have tickets. I do have tickets, so downstairs, when we go downstairs just now, we can settle that. So devotees, thank you all very much from the bottom of my heart. Devi Mandir, thank you for coming out tonight. Service continues tomorrow, same time. Tomorrow is Ashmi, remember? And Saturday is the final night for NauvRatri, and then we come back on Sunday for... oh, your coconuts, please don't forget your coconuts. Bring it on Saturday. So we go outside and do our havan. Just bring it, you want us to do puja with at home? Bring it on Saturday. So thank you all very much. Let us all stand for our arti, please.
त्वमेव मन्दो जसका त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देवा त्रिपुरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणी नमस्तुते मन्त्रहीनं क्रियाहीनं भक्तिहीनं जनार्दनं यत्पूजितं मया देवा परिपूर्णं तदस्तु मे बारे 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 मांगहो हरस्य देहो श्रीरंग पद सरोजन पायिनी भक्ति सदा सत्संग बोलो श्यामति रामचंद्र भगवान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय श्री लक्ष्मी नारायण भगवान की जय सूर्य नारायण भगवान की जय श्री गणेश भगवान की जय राधावर कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय जगदम्बे माता की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय सरस्वती माता की जय लक्ष्मी माता की जय सब देवों की जय सब संतन की जय सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय गंगा मैया की जय गौ माता की जय भारत माता की जय सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ द्यौः शान्तिरन्तरिक्षगुं शान्ति पृथिवी शान्ति आपा शान्ति औषधय शान्ति वनस्पत शान्ति विश्वदेव शान्ति ब्रह्मा शान्ति श्रवगुं शान्ति शान्तिरेव शान्तिः सामा शान्तिरेधि डिवोटी of the Bahu गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरा गुरुर्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः बोलो भीमाते की जय सद्गुरुदेव भगवान की जय व्यासदेव भगवान की जय
Devotees, please take your Raaatri and remember the Preeti Bhoj is served downstairs, so please partake before you go. Thank you all very much. Drive safely and God bless you all. See you tomorrow.